Hey everybody, how's it going? Recently I put out a video pointing out my top favorite HOLOLIVE girls. Now, as much as I love HOLOLIVE, I wasn't always a HOLOLIVE fan because HOLOLIVE wasn't even a thing back then. I started watching VTubers just in general, ever since Kizunai popularized the whole thing, right? I've been watching VTubers all over the place, way before HOLOLIVE or NijiSanji or all of these other groups that started popping up. And even though I am really big on HOLOLIVE now, that doesn't mean that I am not watching other VTubers that are not HOLOLIVE related. So in a similar way to what I did with the other video, where, we just talk about these VTubers, maybe show a couple of clips and talk about how much I love them, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do a top 5 my personal favorite VTubers that are not HOLOLIVE related. Not everything has to be HOLOLIVE, and there's a bunch of really great VTubers out there that are really tearing it up, and they're doing a really great job that I think should also be highlighted and should be given a shot at being watched as well. So let's do it, let's get straight into it. There might be some VTubers you might recognize from those older Kizunai days, which really wasn't that long ago, or there might be some newer ones that you are watching right now that are still very entertaining. So let's go. The first VTuber I want to talk about is called Patara, P-A-T-R-A, Patara Suo Patara. Yes, this girl, the one with the pink hair. I also like to call this girl the one with the cutest voice in the entire internet. Super high pitched, but really, really nice. I love listening to her voice. Now, of course, because she is not as popular as, say, HOLOLIVE or NijiSanji, there really aren't that many, highlight clips made for her. But ironically, it was not a Patara stream that I discovered that would make me be a fan of hers. I was not aware of her channel at the time. I hadn't seen any highlight clips or streams or videos. At around this time, like a few years ago, like 2019, it was all about making videos and not necessarily live streams. The live streaming didn't really become a thing until, HOLOLIVE was the thing. We have this live stream from the official Supersonico YouTube channel because, believe it or not, Supersonico was actually a VTuber for like about a year, and then the voice actress moved on to other things. But the first time I ever saw Patara was here, when she did a collab with Supersonico, and she was fangirling out over Supersonico, and she absolutely loved her, and she just came off as like the cutest, most adorable thing here. But yeah. This really, and it's a 3D model too, right? I think this is an older 3D model. This looks a little bit more basic. I mean, at the time, a few years ago, 2019, so this was just a couple of years ago, everything was so much different. The VTuber scene was a totally different thing back then. Very much not like what it was now. But yeah, I think this is an older model and stuff, but yeah, she leaves a really good impression. Especially, hanging out with... And she's so excited because she just loves this girl. And so she's just really cute and adorable here. And so eventually I saw her enough times in other people's videos that I kind of gave in and decided to just go and search for her channel. And yeah, she's great. She's really cute. She has a sense of humor. She very much goes through games in her own way. She plays a lot of like hardcores like Dark Souls. She played the Dark Souls 1, 2. I don't know if she's gone through 3. But I think Bloodborne she's played. She's playing Ghost of Tsushima. So all of those hardcore games, she has gone through all of them. Xenoblade 1. Now she's playing through Xenoblade 2 right now. So, yeah. She really doesn't do a whole lot in terms of like screaming or going, super wild on stuff. But, she is definitely funny. Her voice is super unique, and I just love seeing her react to stuff. She's definitely one of those girls that you enjoy just seeing her have a good time. I just really love her just laughing and just kind of being happy. Just experiencing the cutscenes. She has 500,000 subscribers, and of course, if you can't tell from the 732,000 views on this video and the 1 million views on this video, it's pretty obvious that her big breakout piece, her claim to fame, is absolutely her claim to fame is absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, her ASMR videos. There's a lot of, you'd be surprised at the amount of VTubers out there that are popular, and they became popular because of ASMR content, and then they kind of expanded to doing Let's Plays and doing other stuff. and singing and dancing and all that. You bet that I've definitely discovered a lot of new VTubers through the ASMR stuff. Ooh, and one of my favorite things about her as well is that she plays electric guitar. And she's really good as well. She's not nothing to sneeze at either. It's not like she just does chords and that's it. She's doing like guitar riffs and stuff. She's great. Hold on. It does say drunk guitar, so this might be a bad example. I like that the description of this video says, you can't just say God knows it's difficult and then proceed to rip through the fire and flames like it's nobody's business. Okay, so maybe she does do it right here. There we go. This reminds me of Dragon Force. And she's just like shredding. This cute anime girl is just like, playing through Dragon Force. What? Wow. Wow. Yeah, okay, now I understand what this comment meant. You can't just say that God knows it's difficult and just rip through Dragon Force. Yeah, I mean, she's cute. I like her a lot. She's obviously not the most popular one in the world. I mean, she does have 500,000 subs, but, you know, if you just look at the highlights, there really aren't that many. So I highly recommend that you go check her out. I mean, she's awesome. She's like 1,000 videos. A lot of them are streams of her playing games, and you probably know her through the ASMR stuff. So, yeah, she does more than just ASMR, and, yeah, I think she should... You guys should see it. I think she's got like a Xenoblade stream coming up, and that was really cool too, so yeah. And now let's talk about our second VTuber that I really like that is not HoloLive related. This girl is actually from NijiSanji, in the same way that Toki no Sora is kind of like the face of HoloLive. This particular girl, in my opinion, is the face of NijiSanji. She's an old head, she's been here for a long time now, and she's still at it and still going strong. I'm talking about Tsukino Mito. If you guys don't know who I'm talking about the school class president girl, the high school girl with the long black hair that you might have seen with like a soft voice, but is actually really, really funny. She's one of the funniest VTubers that I know, honestly. And she's a great storyteller as well. A lot of her highlight clips are her telling stories of stuff that has happened to her and just being really funny while doing it. So obviously she's not from HoloLive, she's from NijiSanji, so you're not gonna see as many highlights. But as time has gone on, there have been a little bit more. I mean, let's see what's like a funny clip. Like Tsukino Mito tries to speak in a cute voice and chat begs her to stop. But yeah, really nice, simple voice. Like, you hear her and you don't expect her to be as, I wouldn't say wild, but like as funny as she is, right? She's definitely one of the most entertaining VTubers out there. Trying to be cute. And they're not down for that. The chat's like, this is not you. The chat is like, what do you do with Tsukino Mito, huh? You're not being yourself here. And a lot of this is kind of cynical as well, right? When she's trying to be cute, she's like very clearly trying to like parody and like roast different tropes, you know, stuff that, you know, other girls maybe try to do to sound cute, and she's just like making fun of it. You know? This is something that you really have to know about NijiSanji as a whole, right? Because HoloLive tends to be very say-so, very pure, not exactly family-friendly for everybody, right? But you know, they try to keep it a bit more professional. But NijiSanji is like, it just blows the floodgates completely open, right? You have some NijiSanji members that talk about like what category of porn they like to watch and stuff like that, right? And they go into detail. And so, yeah, the NijiSanji is like HoloLive if HoloLive just didn't give a shit about anything, right? Really great improvisational skills, right? Just saying something funny off the top of her head. Any works I can watch now? Just responding to the chat to everybody roasting him. Will you stop if I pay this much? Oh my god, you should do it more. You should do this more. You should piss off your fans more often. Well, you stopped apparently. Okay, I don't know this this clip, but it just says Suki no Mito, you slutty dog. So, and this Animal Crossing is from a while back, but let's see. It's 7 minutes long. Okay, we'll only see a little bit of this. Oh, so she's looking for Tanukichi, for Tom Nook. And Tom Nook is hanging out with Shizue, with yeah, I won't forgive the female dog. Oh my god. Okay, now I understand. Now I understand what the title means by slutty dog. Oh my god, she has an axe. Shizue-san. She said that so calmly, like, I'm coming to get ya. Yeah, they're... They are together. Well, they're in the same room together. That doesn't mean that that Tom Nook is cheating on you or anything, I guess. Changing the subject. I love... I like her reactions to this. But yeah, as I said, she's just a lot funnier than I personally ever give her credit for. She moved away. Oh my god. Apparently she has this whole storyline that I'm not aware of. Apparently she's having Tom Nook's kid. Expose your anus, what? Blow job. Oh jeez, why aren't there more highlights of this girl? Disgusting. Kids, are you sure about that? I love this. I think I'm gonna just end up watching the entire thing. She's like having this like drama. She's having like a Dr. Phil episode right here with Tom Nook. A relationship domestic in here. Lumber and my body. Gradually opens heart to me. She says it so nonchalantly too. Not like yelling or anything. His attitude is strange. My god, it's almost like... It's like she had it all planned out, but this is probably all just improvised. And now let's move on to our third VTuber that I really like that is not HoloLive related, and that is Amano PikachuMe. I think everybody knows about PikachuMe, right? She's super popular right now. She's on the up and up. She has 567,000 subscribers. Super cute, great voice, great design, made by Gyati with his little group called VOMS, the VOMS Project. There is a lot of people out there that are making highlights of her and stuff. She is a force to be reckoned with entirely on her own. She's great, and one of the things that really give her an advantage over other VTubers is that she knows fluent English, just like how she knows Japanese. She's great at Japanese, she's great at English, and during her streams, she just does both interchangeably. I mean, this is the most recent stream that she did, right? She's playing Big Brain Academy. It's a lot easier for me to go through these because, you know, she speaks English in this. But yeah, man, I remember playing Big Brain Academy on Nintendo DS. It's cool that they made a Switch game for this. I remember I discovered her. The very first thing I ever saw of PikachuMe that made me just love her was her playing Doom. You guys know I'm a Doom head. I love playing Doom. And it was definitely one of these highlight videos. And to me, I was just so surprised at, you know, seeing, like, a VTuber speaking perfect English, right? Like, at the time, there was nothing like it, right? There were either VTubers that were, like, smaller independent ones that spoke English because they were, like, clout chasing the popularity of HoloLive and all this other stuff, so they made their own thing. But this one seemed like more on the legit end of it, and she spoke English, and so that to me was like so surprising, and that was a big thing that really drew me to her. And of course the design was a little like unnerving at the beginning, and I got used to it.
Can I just finish what I need to do in the hell at the one time?
In the hell?
Just not coming back multiple times?
And yeah, like her voice here is a little different and stuff, and so yeah, this is definitely like a different era. This was a while back.
Please! I'd rather to be in heaven, I guess.
I'd rather to be in heaven.
In blood.
So yeah, she doesn't know English perfectly, but she knows it well enough to be able to communicate with everybody, right? And so yeah, it really makes her stick out, you know? But this is before HoloLive English and anything like that, you know?
At least 5 times. Well, I didn't know that you can come to the hell this often.
So yeah, I remember seeing this clip and being like, wow, she's speaking perfect English, but then she switches to Japanese on the fly and is like, damn, she knows both, and I thought that was really impressive. Another really good highlight reel that you can see from her is anything related to Mario, because she's terrible at these platformer games. Yeah, look at this one, falling over and over again in TikTok clock, Mario 64 suffering for 6 minutes. Yeah, you should just watch the whole stream for her playing Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Odyssey and stuff. Yeah, because she's terrible at these games, and like her rage out moments are funny. I know it's a little bit generic, you know, to have the big entertainment on YouTube is to be like gamer rage moments, you know, that's like everybody on the goddamn internet, but with her it's just special. It's just so funny. And like the little her character model also has like a sad kind of face that has like tears streaming down in this really cartoony way, and eventually it goes there, and that's where it gets even funnier. The way that she reacts to all of it is really funny.
Oh my.
Oh my god. And I love that sometimes when she moves in a way where she's freaking out and it just stays in kind of that default position. Like the camera can't like, you know, grab her facial expression, so she just goes into default when she's like yelling. Yeah, when does she start like showing the tears? Not that I wondered. Just the face, rage. And she eventually starts cursing, and you know, it just goes it all goes out the window from there. And the cool thing is that, you know, now because she speaks English, then all of the other people are like encouraged to be in the chat in English as well. You can see them also reacting to this. Oh boy. Abune. Nope, fall over again. You goddamn fuck.
It's like a hell.
A hell.
Wrong, but I feel like I'm in hell.
Gosh, she growls like a monster. Yeah, she's great. I love it. She's awesome. Hold on, one last highlight. PikachuMe, Big Burger. She plays Cyberpunk at some point. Yeah, she spots a huge burger in Cyberpunk 2077, the most impressive thing in that game.
What?
You're talking to Takamura.
What do you actually want from me?
The guy in the background.
That's a huge burger. Look at it.
That's a huge burger. Oh, I love this.
Humongous burger.
What's she to you?
Humongous, yeah. Look at him. He's eating it like a champ. He's into it. Not thinking about anything else. She looks so impressed by it.
I think I ought to have a word with her myself.
She's like admiring it.
To help me get rid of the chip.
I would not count on that. She's likely gone. Very
It's not commenting on the story at all.
What did she just say? I couldn't pay attention. I just like Takemura, look at it. That's a giant burger. Would you like to order that?
Well, if he had if he had some sort of robot enhancement that gives him eyes in the back of his head, maybe you'd see the big burger. PikachuMe, the plot is huge, as big as that burger. Oh my god, that's right, when she played the freaking Winnie the Pooh baseball thing.
It's good anyway.
Yeah, it's another one of those rage out ones. Where she just can't get the home run on this thing. Like, she can't beat this thing, she's just suffering through it. Yeah, there's a lot of clips of just her suffering. But yeah, I highly recommend PikachuMe. If you guys don't know about her yet, she speaks English, and so if that's a, you know, a selling point for you, then you can definitely go for that. She's a little no-nonsense, but she knows how to joke around. She has a great laugh. She just finished playing Titanfall 2, and that's a great playthrough as well. So I highly recommend PikachuMe. She's awesome. And now moving on to the fourth favorite VTuber that has nothing to do with HoloLive. It's actually a duo. It's two VTubers in one channel acting as one entity. Again, this is a VTuber thing that, you know, they've been a thing for a very long time. They were one of those that started kind of coming up as soon as Kizunai got really popular, and then you had other VTubers like Mirai Akari and Shido, and all of these other big ones that kind of started cropping up that got really, really popular, and so they wanted a, you know, a shot at also, you know, being popular. And I'm talking about the Hina channel. They have 667,000 subscribers. Now, considering for how long they've been doing this, it really isn't that much. I would almost argue that they might be stagnating a little bit because they do videos almost exclusively. They really haven't done the whole live streaming kind of thing. They do live stream, but it is very infrequent. But I do still love them. I still love coming in here and seeing them and you know, watching the older videos and the newer ones. I think one of my favorites is this one, where they're playing 1-2 Switch and they're doing like the cowboy shooting one.
Steady. Fire!
I love it. I love their energy. That's exactly what I love. It's just the energy. They're like hyper all the time. Suzuki Hina is a lot more calm and tranquil. And I guess, you know, she's like a balance to her super hyperness all the time. Yeah, she's loud and talks really fast and jumps around all the time. And she's a lot more chill, you know? I guess the colors also represent that. But, yeah, I mean, they're cool. I still think they deserve to be watched. I think even now, after these years of them kind of falling off a little bit. I don't want to like be mean or anything. I really like Hina. I highly recommend them, even now, you know, even if they're not doing live streams all the time and they're kind of just occasionally kind of making stuff. They're mostly here for the music stuff at this point. You know, their break highlights are their songs and their concerts and all that. And they post videos like maybe once every like 3 or 4 days. They don't even post like daily like they used to. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that they're not as active as they used to, but they're still cool, and they still have a pretty big body of work, so I think you should give them a watch. And finally, we have the fifth one, the last and fifth VTuber that has nothing to do with HoloLive that I really like, and it's the classic, it's the first one, the one that really popularized and created this whole VTuber mess to begin with. It's Kizunai. I know it might be a little bit of a generic answer to say Kizunai is one of my favorites. I mean, that's like saying, oh, you like classic rock? What music do you like? Oh, Elvis, right? That's like saying that Elvis is your favorite, you know, rock star or something, right? I know, but, you know, still, it's true, right? I still like her a lot. The amount of impact that Kizunai has had on not just the VTuber scene, but on just like YouTube content creation as a whole, right? It was because of Kizunai that then all of these other VTubers came into play, and then those VTubers started streaming on YouTube specifically, and that's kind of like, you know, kind of proved a lot of people wrong, where like the entire perception of YouTube was that you cannot make a career out of live streaming on YouTube. That just doesn't happen. You go to Twitch for that. And now all of those claims just sound ridiculous and almost stupid and ignorant in comparison to the massive amount of success that, you know, people have had on YouTube just live streaming. And it was because of Kizunai. Now, sadly, there is a video that came out recently where she was announcing like a bit of a break, going on an indefinite hiatus because she had other plans and, you know, she wants to do other things. And yeah, you know, after February, I think she's gonna have like a big concert, and then she's just going to kind of go away for a little bit. She did say that she's not going to quit completely. She is going to come back at some point. She just doesn't know when. I know that she was a part of a company called like Update or something, and then there were problems with that company, and so they like left, and now I'm pretty sure she's completely independent, right? Like Kizunai is like her own company, I guess. But kind of like Hina and a whole bunch of other older VTubers, is usually the music thing that tends to do very, very well. She still does, you know, like funny little videos where I'm gonna do this IQ test, I'm gonna do this Facebook quiz, you know, stuff like that. And like the technology behind her 3D model is probably the most advanced out of anybody, I think. Yeah, like the detail with the hands and the fingers and stuff. She emanates an aura of intelligence. But yeah, you know, her whole thing is that she's an AI and she wants to, you know, she's a super intelligent AI and wants to connect with people and humans and stuff like that. She has a really nice scenario. Yeah, the whole idea of having like a character scenario and a character setting and stuff came from this as well, right? The fact that you're hiding your real identity and you are this character that you're putting out into the world. That all came from here, man. She started everything. And yeah, here's like another like really nice video of them like celebrating the foundation of Kizunai Incorporated, I guess, when they just like went off on their own and they started, you know, doing their own thing instead of being a part of another agency or whatever. And here's like staff members that are just like talking and stuff. Yeah. Oh god, somebody's pulling out their power and showing up their PlayStation 5. Oh, that doesn't have a PlayStation 5 in it. Great. Considering that she's not really as popular as she was a few years ago, she's still doing great in my opinion. And it is a little sad that she's taken a little hiatus, but I think it'll be for the better because it really does seem that she has like all of the intentions in the world to kind of reinvent herself and, you know, stick out from the rest and continue being that kind of, you know, trendsetter for everyone else, right? It's just great. You know, I like her a lot. Obviously, if you know about VTubers, you know about Kizunai. You don't need me to show a bunch of clips for me to show, you know, how awesome she is. There's a billion different clips. There's the fuck you one when she plays Resident Evil. And a million other ones. And I think a lot of people nowadays know her mainly for music and covers and concerts and stuff like that. But she's a really funny, very talented person on her own. She knows how to talk back, and she has an attitude and stuff. And yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to see, and she's a highly respectable figure that very clearly wants to do more with the company that she has formed now, right? So yeah, Kizunai is awesome. She's one of the first, and she is still, till this day, one of my favorites that are not HOLOLIVE related. But there you go, everybody. This video went on for far longer than I thought it would be. But I thought this video needed to be made, you know? I really love the VTuber scene. I think it has a lot of potential, and I think has encouraged a lot of people that maybe are shy with the camera, or, you know, they want to do something different, where, you know, it has encouraged a lot of people to kind of come out and make their own channels and stuff. Obviously, when one channel becomes popular, people see dollar signs and popularity popping out of their eyes, and they want to do it too, right? So everybody kind of starts to clout chase a little bit for that, right? But as time goes on, there's a lot of people that genuinely really start to get super creative and make really awesome work, right? And I think that's most of them. Legends like Kizunai are still up and running and still doing stuff. And then there's newer ones, right? Like Garguda, right? That she came out and in like a month, she like annihilated everybody, and she even surpassed Kizunai in subscribers, right? She's like 3.6 right now. She's gonna reach 4 million pretty goddamn soon, right? And all she does is sit around and play games like everyone else, right? So like, you know, if it's possible for her, it's possible for so many other people, right? All it takes is one creative person to just change the landscape of YouTube as a whole, you know what I mean? So as much as HOLOLIVE is amazing, there are other, you know, VTuber groups and other independent ones that are also really amazing in their own right, and I think they should all get the credit that they're due, and you can go and subscribe to them as well, and check them out, and maybe if you're a clipper or somebody that translates, you know, VTuber streams, you can go and, you know, put out clips and highlights of them as well, and that goes a long way in giving them more exposure, I guess, or for English speakers to watch their stuff that can't understand it because of the language barrier. But anyway, that's all I had to say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this excessively long video, but I enjoyed making it. I think I enjoyed just showing off what I like, and hopefully that aligns with you guys, and you guys can let me know what other non-HOLOLIVE VTubers you guys enjoy watching. And yeah, you can leave it there in the comments, and maybe I won't read it. I don't really read comments all that often anymore, but you guys can have a conversation amongst yourselves down there. And if you guys get lucky, maybe I'll like a comment or respond or something like that, but don't count on that happening too often. But anyway, this has been me, THP, signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Bye.